Hi, I'm Harry Siemens. I'm coming to you from the Manitoba Ag Days, a 3-day show in Brandon, Manitoba, and it's just a great privilege to be able to be here and do this kind of work. And for now, I'm visiting with Don Burt. And behind me, you can see the sign, Keep It Cool Air Conditioning Limited. Don, keep it cool. Obviously, it speaks for itself, but tell me where the name came from.
Just popped into my head. We bought an existing company, and when we purchased it, we changed the name and moved the headquarters from Assiniboia, Saskatchewan to Langenburg, Saskatchewan. We have a store at the airport in Brandon here, and I sell out of an existing business in Alberta, Ag Plus Mechanical. We sell across Western Canada.
So, who's the target market?
My biggest purchasers are independent mechanics. I do sell to some dealerships, and I sell directly to the farmer also. We stock air conditioning supplies for 12 and 24 volt for almost everything. We have access to information and cross-reference numbers, 12, 24 volt, anything from tractors, combines, trucks, cars, heavy, like 24 volt construction equipment. In northern Saskatchewan, I sell even to some of the lumbering equipment, the air conditioning.
So, why Manitoba Ag Days?
It's a good venue. It's fairly large. I meet customers that I don't usually meet because I work out of the Saskatchewan store, not for the Brandon store. So I know some of the names, but I don't meet the people myself. So it's interesting to see people, and also advertising.
Give me a little background of the company. You said you'd bought an existing business. Who is Keep It Cool?
There's myself. I'm the managing partner. In Brandon, we have Penny. She's the warehouse person, salesperson. And like I said, in Alberta, we sell out of an existing business. And working with me in Langenburg is Dorsey Hertline. She's the one that packs and ships most of the stuff, does inventory control. We stock parts, condenser parts for semis. We're just anything to do with air conditioning I can usually find. We have a fairly large warehouse, and the Brandon store is only open seasonally, but the Saskatchewan store is open 12 months out of the year.
I'm old enough to remember when I was sitting on my dad's tractor without even a heat. Well, we had a heat houser, right?
Yeah.
But without a cab, right? And then when the cab came along, well, when the air conditioning came along, boy, now we're really sitting in a modern world. And so obviously that's something that you're working with all the time.
Yeah, and a lot of the equipment now you can't even open windows on, so you need the air conditioner. If you're sitting in a glass house when it's even 8 degrees or 12 degrees out, it still gets pretty warm in there. So when you hit 35 degrees and you're trying to get your hay crop up or your silage crop, you're like roasting a chicken. It's very important. Like I said, we have in stock a lot of stuff. Most of our stuff is aftermarket, but I do have some original manufactured stuff.
So just to be clear, you sell mainly parts. You're not selling the full unit.
I do have some full units. They're more for older equipment that never had air conditioning, or it's just too much work to fix everything because everything's toast. So we do have some whole units that go on, but the majority of the stuff we sell are the parts.
You talked about it being hot. I sing in a male choir back in Winkler, and the conductor farms. So during that hottest spell in October, or not October, but in September, his air conditioning broke down. He wasn't a happy camper.
No. I farmed for 30 years, 25 years, and when the AC goes and you're sitting in there, it makes the days really long. Especially seeding, harvest, combining, spraying. The sprayers you can't even open a window now.
You and this isn't supposed to be sexist in any way, shape, or form, but you talked about you have a number of women that are actually selling the parts. That's a great thing. So
I am the main salesperson.
So do you travel?
No, I just phone or internet. We have a website up and going. You can purchase online. You can shop online. And if there's any questions or information you need, just give me a shout.
Boy, it's great to be able to visit with you here at the Manitoba Ag Days. Once again, Keep It Cool Air Conditioning Limited. When I walked up, I wasn't sure what it is that it meant. You've certainly been able to clarify that. It's really a parts business, and you're right across the prairie provinces.
Yep. We sell some into Saskatchewan, into BC, Lower Mainland. I have a client out there. And not much into Ontario. Once you go east, freight gets cost prohibitive. I can sell, most of my stuff comes out of the States, but I have sold some back into the States. And if it's in the States, I direct ship from the companies I purchase from, rather than coming to Canada and back again. So, yeah.
What's the best way to get a hold of somebody from your company if they need your service?
Phone calls or the internet, email. Like I said, everything's on the website. Google us. We're on Google. The phone number is 306-743-4413. Email address is kic@sasktel.net. And the website is keepitcool.ca.
Great. Thanks again, Don Burt, for joining me with Keep It Cool Air Conditioning Limited, and we'll be back with more from the Manitoba Ag Days 2019 in Brandon, Manitoba.